Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Spartan Bowl for tonight's varsity men's basketball matchup between the Connersville Spartans and your Newcastle Trojans. This is a special away game edition brought to you by Boar's Head with premier deli meat and cheeses. Boar's Head, compromise elsewhere. Also, special thanks to the alumni tournament. The alumni tournament is a 64-team single elimination tournament for $100,000 based on the high school that you went to. It's coming to Ohio, Indiana, Kentucky, Tennessee, and Florida. So thank you to the alumni tournament. Also, thank you to Power Sports Performance Training. Power Sports Performance Training, based out of Kettering, Ohio, has everything that you need when it comes to on-field facilities and indoor training, batting cages and whatnot. Everything that your heart desires. It's mainly focused on softball and baseball. They have apparel that will rival anybody that you can think of. So hit up powersports.com today to check them out. Thank you to Power Sports. Thank you to the alumni tournament, and also thank you to Boar's Head for allowing us to live stream tonight's game between the Connersville Spartans, and the Newcastle Trojans. Newcastle coming in at 7-5 after a loss last night. A tough loss in overtime to Richmond. Had it, could have gotten it, had a lot of turnovers, but they're going to look to limit those here tonight with about 6:38 left in warm-ups. A player to watch out for tonight's game if you are Newcastle and you are trying to scout and trying to assess how you're going to actually play defense here tonight. Focus is mainly going to be on number 24, Josh Williams, and number 34, Lucas Barron. Those are going to be the two key guys to focus on here tonight. And just like the graphics that we had on yesterday, these are based on the games up until yesterday. So Ethan Hinton, he went off yesterday. Had a nice game yesterday, averaging about 14 points per game through 11 games this year. He's been really a steady piece in keeping the group together. When things don't seem like the three ball is falling, as case in point yesterday. Wasn't starting off as strongly as they wanted to with the threes, but they actually shot around 66% yesterday. So it ended up being a fairly good game from beyond the arc. It's just the turnovers that came to get them literally time and time again. They couldn't get the ball across half court, and when they did, it was just a trap. So they're trying to avoid that here tonight, and Ethan Hinton's probably going to be one of the guys that's going to get them going when it comes to actually getting to the hole. 3-point shots can come from any of these guys. 4 or 5 of these guys it could come from. But actually getting and driving to the hole, Ethan Hinton's probably the best one to look for that to happen here tonight, because he's proven that so far yet this season. We take a look at the standings in the Hoosier Heritage Conference here. Moon Palestine taking over first place after beating Mount Vernon. Greenfield coming in 8-1, 2-1 on the conference. Yorktown 7-3, 2-1 on the conference. Newcastle, after the loss last night, dropped to 7-5. It wasn't a conference game, so they stay at 1-2. Delta 8-4, 0-2 in conference play. Shelbyville 8-4. Oh, they're not actually 8-4. Excuse me. That is get that fixed. All right, the graphic should look a little bit better this time. 4-7, 0-3. Shelbyville is not 8-4. It's looking like Newcastle, if they're gonna have a shot at actually getting the actual conference title here this year. They're gonna need help from both the top 2 dogs. Mount Vernon lost yesterday, so that's one off the board for them. So anything is possible. They just got to continue to win. Can't lose any more games in conference play. With around 3 minutes left, I guess they're doing some sort of routine. This is every new gym that I go to. It's amazing how, like, the different routines that they have. So they stopped the clock with 3 minutes left to go, and there should only be about 22 seconds left. So every new school that I go to, Anderson did the same thing. I was wondering how long the band was going to play for. And then they started practicing or warming up again. I was like, in what world? But anyways, we got about 3. Whenever they start this clock up again, about 3 minutes left to go in warm-ups. They're going to probably shoot around one more time. I'll probably know that for next time and come here. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Trojan basketball on the Enema Sports Network. Thank you very much for watching tonight's live stream straight from the Spartan Bowl in Connersville, Indiana. Your Trojans looking to improve to 8-5 on the season. I'm only 2 years into doing Newcastle basketball and being associated with them, so the rivalry I'm not really accustomed to. But I heard from people in the city that it's a pretty good rivalry that you don't want to lose to Connersville, and Connersville doesn't want to lose to Newcastle. So let's not go 0-2 in a span of 2 days. Let's get this W, and let's see what we can do going forward. It starts here tonight. Should have had the game last night, but unfortunately the ball didn't bounce our way in a few instances. But tonight's a whole new ball game, a chance to redeem yourself, a chance to resurrect whatever wrongs that you made in last game. It's a brand new game, so let's see if the core guys, Ethan Hinton, Colin Taylor, Gavin Welch, Quentin Boatwright, and the crew, and Lewis, they can get this going. I guess this is another tradition that I'm not really fond of. They're going to do the starting lineups, I guess, before. If they're going to do the national anthem at all, I don't really know. But they're going to go right into the starting lineup. So basically we'll do the same for Newcastle, as it's the same as last night. It's the same starting five that we had last night, brought to you by the Alumni Tournament. Brought to you by the Alumni Tournament. Ethan Hinton, senior guard. Ethan Hinton, Clay Butler, Gavin Welch, Tyson Lewis, and Colin Taylor are going to start it off. Going to start it off for your Trojans here tonight. It's imperative that the guys get off to a strong start. They don't want to come from behind, although they can do that, and they did that yesterday. It's a daunting task, and it's something that they want to try to avoid. And that's every game. That goes without speaking, but sometimes it's easier said than done. Case in point, last night. Head coach for your Trojans is Daniel Cox in his 10th year, trying to get his team to 8-5. For the home team, sorry, I'm used to doing home games. For the home team, for the Connersville Spartans, brought to you by Boar's Head. Gavin Pearson's going to start it off for the Spartans, followed by Josh Williams, Braxton Myers, Lucas Barron, and James Williams. Straight senior Leighton lineup, all seniors here tonight. Started off for the Spartans, so try to get to 8-3 on the season. Head coach for the Spartans is Mr. Kerry Brown. I guess this is when they're doing the national anthem. So now that I know.
I'd like to take this opportunity to remember one of the legends of sports writing in the state of Indiana. Bob Powers was one of the greatest sports writers many of us have ever witnessed. The legend, as he came to be known, endlessly displayed a dedication, passion for Connersville High School athletics, and an unparalleled devotion to all the sports in this community for over 38 years. Besides serving as a sports writer for the News Examiner, he gave many Fridays to be the head of the football chain gang, where he was able to build fantastic details to include his Saturday morning football write-ups. Bob also was responsible for the picture you see here in the bowl and at CHS of the '83 championship team. A picture that was taken at 7 a.m. the following day before the Sunday celebration at the bowl, which took place at noon for the community. Upon retirement in 1999, Bob continued to report on social media as many events as he could. Tonight is a night Bob would have been a huge part of, and in the crowd he is represented by his daughter Beth and her husband Jimmy and other family members. So if we can all please let us honor Bob's legacy by taking a moment of silence for the legend Bob Powers. Thank you. Thank you very much. And now our national anthem, played by the CHS Pep Band and alumni, under the direction of Mr. Levi Thompson. Officials for tonight's game: Gary Hamilton, Kevin Manaha, and Charles Russell.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are about ready for tip-off live from the Spartan Bowl in Connersville, Indiana. You are watching Trojan Basketball on the Anthem Sports Network. Good defense by the Trojans. Starting off, Butler on Pearson. Gives it up to Williams. Williams trying to do something, gets it to go. 2-point basket starting it off for Josh Williams. Gavin shoots it. Basket's good. 2-point basket for Gavin Welch, starting off strong and hot here for your Trojans. 2-2 tie with 7:05 left to go in the first quarter. Solid defense once again by your Trojans. Dumps it down inside, gets it stripped. Good steal good deflection off of Gavin Welch, and steal by your Trojans. And here comes Clay Butler. Hinton over to Colin Taylor. Taylor brings it over to Welch. Welch feeling it from last night and can't get that one to go. Floater for Williams. Looks like he's got the hot hand right now. Got to be able to stop him early on. And the good thing about this game versus last night's game is there's no full court trap. So the turnovers are going to be less, a whole lot less this game. So Newcastle should be able to do pretty much whatever they want to do offensively. It's just whether they're able to make the baskets when it comes down to it. Dumps it down to Welch. Welch brings it over to Taylor. Taylor swings it over to Butler. Butler thought about the threes, gave it up, give it right back up to Welch. Welch traveled. Took too many steps starting off, but it was aggressive. I like the start from the Trojans starting off here. Just need to really focus in on Williams, because it seems like he's going to try to do whatever he wants to do. Myers back over to Williams. Dumps it down to James Williams. Williams can't make that one. Offensive rebound by Barron. Barron can't get that one to go either. Williams with a rebound. I don't know if that's a travel or not, but you're doing a whole bunch of moving. Josh Williams for three, and he gets that one to go. Butler. Hinton. Swings it over to Butler. But would have been a good one if he would have popped it straight away, but thought about it and decided it wasn't a good idea. Decides to reassess the offense here. Swings it over to Welch. Welch throws it, dumps it down, gets it stolen by Williams, and here comes James Williams. Gets that rejected, out of bounds. Two-point basket for Braxton Myers. It's 9-2, Newcastle trailing. Blocking foul. Foul's going to be called on James Williams. That's going to be his first. Trying to inbound the ball, does, down to Hinton, gets it deflected, and it's going to stay in possession of your Trojans. Hinton. Lewis. Oh, wow. There was a foul before that charge. He got ripped. His hand got ripped apart, but the refs didn't see that. All they saw was the guy getting flopped to the ground, and there's a reason why he got hit to the ground or went charged right into him, is because he couldn't control his balance because he got ripped. Can't let that get to you, though. If you're Newcastle, got to maintain composure and got to play good defense. Swinging it around. Williams is feeling it, though. Oh, heat check. Can't get that one to go. It's a good thing for your Trojans. Defensive rebound goes to Clay Butler. Butler. Hinton. Oh, there's another one. Newly into the game for your Trojans is replacing Ethan Hinton, number 30, Cole Johnson. Williams, that should have been a steal. Got it deflected, but couldn't come up with it as the Spartans maintained possession. Pearson over to Williams. Trying to just find a perfect shot. There's no shot clock, so. But there's a 3-second violation. I feel like he's been in there. Three-pointer in the corner. No good. Defensive rebound goes to Gavin Welch. Looks like he got kind of pushed off. Butler swings it over to Taylor. They don't seem very organized right now. That's a block. Gets the ball inbound to Butler. 2:10 left to go here in the first quarter. Your Trojans down 9-2. After tying it back up at 2 apiece. Three-pointer of Gavin. No good. Can't get that one to go. Defensive rebound goes to Braxton Myers. Down low. Gets that stolen. Gets it back, though, and here comes Braxton. Three-pointer in the corner for Gavin Pearson. No good. And that's going to stay with the Spartans. Newly into the game for your Trojans for Clay Butler is number 11, Quentin Boatwright. Braxton Myers couldn't get that one to go. Here comes Taylor. Taylor, floater. Oh, couldn't get that one to go. I don't know what that was. I wasn't talking about Taylor's shot. I was talking about the travel that was on Williams in the corner. Three-pointer, no good. Lewis with the defensive rebound. Tyson has had a couple of strong ones so far today. 1 minute left to go in the first quarter. Trojans down by 7. Gavin seems a little bit frustrated after not getting that call and falling straight to the floor. Lewis sends it over to Welch. Welch to Quinton. Boatwright over to Johnson. Johnson back over to Boatwright. Boatwright over to Taylor, over to Welch. Welch pump fakes. Swings it back around over to Johnson, which gets it back. He's going to shoot this three from the corner. He's going to make the three in the corner. 9-5, Gavin Welch. He's got all 5 points here in the first quarter. Connects on the deep three-pointer to pull them within 4. 14 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Williams swings it over, no good. Offensive rebound, gets it blocked, and he's gonna get it to go. That's gonna count. (11-5), your Trojans trail at the end of the first quarter. After a putback basket at the buzzer, your Trojans down. Based off the 11 games from basically everything up until last night, these are your stats for Colin Taylor so far this season, averaging 12.2 points per game, 2.4 rebounds per game, 53.2% from the field he is shooting, while getting 2.3 assists and almost a steal a game. Junior guard doing it for your Trojans so far this year. Second quarter starts with your Trojans with possession of the ball. Taylor, should be a thought it was going to be a kick ball, but it's inadvertent, so has to be intentional for it to be a kick ball. It's just going to trickle out of bounds, but the Trojans will maintain possession. Here comes Gavin Welch. Swings it over to Johnson. Johnson right back to Welch. Thought about the three. Swings it over to Boatwright. Boatwright swings it over to Johnson. Back over to Boatwright. Taylor. Swings it over to Welch. Good defense by the Spartans, though. Welch for two. Not good enough. 11-7. Gavin Welch adds to his total as Newcastle pulls within 4. Williams swings it over to Myers. Almost a steal. Williams is almost a steal again. Deflected. Throws up. I don't know how that went in. Absolutely no idea. And I don't even think he knows how that went in. He just threw it up there, went off the glass, and went straight in for Myers. Three-pointer for Cole Johnson, no good. Myers with the defensive rebound swings it over to Williams. Williams to the hole. Basket's good for Josh Williams. Three-pointer deep, feeling it. No good, in and out. Defensive rebound goes to Myers. And here comes Williams. Good defense by the Trojans, but as soon as I say that, every single time it's a score, but this time it says something different. It's a steal by Taylor. Looking for it. Cole Johnson for three. Please go in. Thank goodness it went in. Cole Johnson for three. Cole Johnson can hit those. That's what he's in the game for. We'll play defense first off, but secondly, to hit those three-pointers, especially when you're wide open. It's imperative if you can get those to go down so they can start guarding you. But he's a guy that can shoot the three. Myers, little pump fake. Nice defensive rebound by Gavin Welch, and he pushes the ball up the floor. Welch saw an opening. Can't get that one to go. It's going to stay with Newcastle. He's trying to do whatever he can to get to the line.
And the last Brandon Pearson.
Don't know if that method's going to work because they're not buying it. None of the 3 refs are buying it. Ball gets inbounded back over to Welch as he assesses the defense. He's just going to shoot this 3. It should have been a foul. He got hit on the shoulder. Defensive rebound nonetheless for the Spartans. Oh no. Oh, fall down. That's a charge. That's a charge, Cole. Or that's Landon, excuse me. That's Landon Thompson with the, should have been a charge there. Little flop, get you on there, make the refs call it, but Josh Williams with another basket to extend the lead for the Spartans. They're now up by 7. Taylor swings it over to Johnson. Johnson over to Welch. No good. Josh Williams with the defensive rebound for the Spartans. He's going to slow it up as Coach Kerry Brown runs a play for Josh to run. I don't know if that's the play, but it does. Offensive rebound for the Spartans, and it goes to Myers. We're going to have a jump ball. Possession's going to go towards the Spartans. Back into the game for your Trojans, Tyson Lewis and Ethan Hinton for Quentin Boatwright and Cole Johnson. Oh, that's rejected. Nice rejection, but it's an offensive rebound for Naylor. Oh, that's a travel. Thank goodness he saw that. We're on the same page. I like him. Traveling call for called on the Spartans. It's going to be a turnover as Colin Taylor brings the ball up the floor for Newcastle. Hinton for 3. Nice. 3-point basket for Ethan Hinton. Assist goes to Gavin Welch as it looked good all the way through. 4-point game here in the second quarter. 2:30 left to go. Williams to Myers. Williams being guarded by Welch. He's the key guy, so Welch has got to play double duty here. Good defense by Thompson. Ethan Hinton pulling the ball, pushing the ball up the floor. That's a blocking foul. He's going to get it called. I like him too. It might be the same ref. I don't really know. Should be 2 shots. Oh, they're going to call it on the floor. Okay, I can live with that one. Coach Daniel Cox is going to call a timeout here. He's going to want a 30-second timeout. If you're Newcastle, just like yesterday, I mean, started off a little slow, but slowly getting your feet wet and trying to slowly get back in this game through defensive stops and crucial key buckets. It's looking like another one of those games, except for the fact that we don't have 400 turnovers like we did yesterday. I really truly believe we could have blown out Richmond yesterday if that wasn't the case. But nonetheless, it was a loss. It's a learning lesson for the guys. They could have had the W, but they'll learn from it and try to get try to get the W here today. That's the most important thing, is facing this rival in Connersville. Gavin Welch for 3. No good. Can't get that one to go. Nice box out for number 23, Blaine Hornsby. And at the end of the day, Newcastle, every team should be focusing on the tournament. You play regular season games to get seeding for your tournament play. So once the tournament comes, it's one and done. Newcastle did really, really well last year during the regular season and then lost to Jay County. First game they played, basket's good by Williams. So anything can happen. Nothing really matters in the regular season when it's all said and done. I mean, it does to a fault, but at the end of the day, you want to win that state championship, and that starts in a couple of months, or maybe a month and a half. Welch shot about the 3, shoots the jumper from 2, can't get that one to go. Tyson Lewis with the offensive rebound, gets a foul, gets pushed. He's going to... It's not a 1-on-1 yet, so it's going to be down low. Fouls on number 24, Josh Williams. That's crucial because that's his second personal foul, and he's going to come out the game. The leading scorer for the Spartans so far. I mean, there's only a minute left to go, so it's a good decision by Coach Brown, to take him out the game for the last minute so he doesn't pick up a cheap third one. Two players at the same time trying to grab the ball. Neither one of them grab it. Out of bounds off of Newcastle. The Spartans will take possession. If you're Newcastle, keep this at 6. Got to keep this at 6 or less going into halftime. Myers swings it over to Hornsby. Back down to Myers, swings it back over. Wide open is Pearson for 3, no good. That's out of bounds. It's going to be off, should be off of the Spartans. I like him too. .20 seconds left to go. Wait till it sticks down to 14, match up with the actual clock that's actually inside the gym here. 10 seconds left to go. Six seconds. 5 seconds, Colin Taylor. They're going to keep fouling until they basically can't put up a decent shot. They're just using Hornsby to foul. Ethan Hinton for 3. Bang! Just like that, Ethan Hinton gets it and pulls the Trojans within 3. Awesome hit by Ethan Hinton. Much needed as it goes from a 6-point lead for the Spartans down to 3, just like that. As your Trojans, although they trail, that's a big momentum boost going into the third quarter. We'll be right back here with more stats and analysis right after this message from Express It.
Is in the lanes that we wanted to be in right now. We have a couple schools who've tapped into our tracksuits. We are now geared towards tackling the podcast and the content, keeping videos more consistent and on all of our social media platforms. So going forward, we want to tap into our podcast. Right now we have mapped out our series, our topics, the guests that we want on our podcast, strategically picking them so that conversation is able to be branched out and reach to others so that they can relate, staying consistent with our schools. We want to pinpoint and get all Dayton public schools. I've said that before, I'm going to say it now. Every Dayton public school in Dayton, Ohio, we want them repping our brand athletically. We've had a lot of people who, in this time, still have showed a lot of support. Like I said, we wanted to get basketball teams in our tracksuits. We definitely want to give a special shout out to Coach Dwayne Chastain, who's the head varsity coach at Meadowdale High School, and also Coach Tony Dixon, who's the head varsity coach at Dunbar. Those two guys been knowing me a while, and with Expressive growing, they were the first two coaches to support. They don't know how much that was important for us in our jump start and just in us believing in our brand. Where we want to go, we want to keep in mind why we got started. The youth initially is why we wanted to get this thing going. We look at the youth as our second chance. MGE is the foundation of Expressive. So elevate your mind, chase your goals, and evolve to be whatever that is that you want to be. All right, so Expressive is a movement. We want this thing to be able to move into as many different lanes as it can with a purpose so that everybody can grow with it and feel a part of it. Up until this point, we've had a lot of different successes, but we've had a lot of different challenges too. There's a lot of different things out there that can sometimes defer you from your track or your lane. You just want to stay consistent. You want to stay consistent, and you always want to remember why you got started with something. In doing that, just try to be better than you were yesterday.
CHS prevailed over the Bulldogs 49-48, and an ensuing victory over South Decatur made Connersville the regional champion. In the semi-state, Indian Creek and Newcastle were next up for head coach Basil Malling and his charges and success against both those schools left the Spartans staring down the Final Four inside Market Square Arena. Princeton was in the afternoon contest, and behind a combined 38 points from twins Mike and Chris Heineman, CHS punched his ticket to the championship game with a 62-57 victory. Anderson would be the one remaining hurdle for Connersville, and even 34 points from Troy Lewis did not derail the Spartans in their balance. 4 players would put double digits in the scoring column, culminating in a go-ahead basket by Mike Heineman with less than 1 minute left to play. Seconds later, a rebound on the defensive end by Connersville's Brian Flanagan would secure a 63-62 state championship win. Tonight, we would like to honor that group of athletes and other finalists for the District of Connersville High School Athletics. At this time, we would like to once more beckon these men and their families on the Spartan Bowl floor. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's once more greet your 1983 Connersville Spartans. At guard, number 10, Brian Bryant. Now, I might mention that not all the players are here tonight, but we are going to recognize everybody. Also at guard, number 12, Bobby Chastine. At guard, number 14, Chris Stam. At guard, number 20, Harold Brew. At guard, 2008 IHSA Silver Anniversary honoree, number 22, Chris Heineman. At guard, 24, Tom Creech. At forward, number 30, Billy Hamilton. At guard, number 32, Brian Flanagan. At center, number 34, Scott Gibson. Here tonight, representing Scott Gibson, is his niece, Krista Gibson. At forward, number 40, Jerry Nice. At center, number 42, Jim Cruz. At forward, number 44, Jim Morgan. At forward, number 50, Wayne Bradbury. At guard, 2008 IHSA Silver Anniversary honoree and Indiana All-Star, number 52, Mike Heineman. At forward, number 54, Doug Smith. Assistant managers, Darren Stevens and Tom Henry. Assistant coach, Mark Beard. And leading the Spartans, head coach, Basil Mulvey. Ladies and gentlemen, the 1982-83 Connersville High School State Basketball Champions. Thank you, gentlemen, for all your hard work, faithfulness, and dedication to high school basketball throughout the years in Connersville. You are indelibly etched into the hearts of this community, and what you achieved will never be forgotten.
I'm doing great, despite what people want to think.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Spartan Bowl. I mean, you guys have probably already been here, but Newcastle coming in to the third quarter on somewhat of like some sort of a high because they hit Ethan Hinton, hit the three-pointer to bring them within three. As it stands, 19-16 at half. And the turnover is a drastic difference in turnovers from yesterday to today. Before we get started into going into the third quarter, just want to give a special shout out. Although we are playing them here tonight, I want to give a special shout out to Connersville and the school district and the athletic department for allowing me, myself, and I guess allowing myself to, and Anthem Sports to live stream tonight's game for you guys. I know some schools don't like that, as they have other obligations and they have other things they need to attain to or need to focus on. And they already have a live streaming network, so the Spartans actually do have one. I'm right next to them, so just being they're all welcoming, and I really do appreciate that. So it goes a long way. So just thank you to the Connersville Spartans athletic department for allowing Newcastle live streaming service to be here tonight, so you guys can watch it. Some sort of a home feeling versus watching their side of things. As we start the third quarter, Newcastle's gonna get possession of the ball. So right off the bat, they can trim this lead to one, or even have an opportunity to tie it. Starting off the second half as Colin Taylor maintains possession of the basketball and starts off the offense. Gavin Welch being guarded heavily by Pearson. Hinton to Welch. Screen. Pop jumper. Basket's good for Gavin Welch. Just like that, it's a one-point ball game. It's the closest they've been in a while, so it's a good sign. They just need to play defense. Williams is going to be a key. Got to make sure you limit him and his offensive points. I guess three-point basket for Myers. No good. Ooh, loose ball. Possession's going to go right to Ethan Hinton and the Trojans. Taylor. Hinton over to Thompson. Thompson over to Taylor. Can't find anything, but like I said before, there's no shot clocks. There's no rush to do anything. Three-point basket, though, and that's good, though. He's feeling it. He did a little step, 1-2 step. Gavin Welch from deep from three. He's feeling it. Newcastle on top, 21-19. Basket's no good. Offensive rebound, and that's going to be good for James Williams. Tie ball game up here, 21-all, 6:16 left to go in the third quarter. Hinton thought about it. Going to bring it back out. Swings it over to Taylor, though. Taylor swings it over to Hinton. Hinton's going to shoot this one this time. He's going to nail it. Three-point basket for Ethan Hinton. 24-21, Newcastle taking a three-point lead. Williams. Basket's good by Josh Williams. Single-handedly keeping them in the game is Josh Williams. Welch, three-pointer. That's off. Didn't get that one to go. Josh, that's not, ooh. Thought he had it. That looked pretty. Didn't get that one to go. Hinton, basket's good for Ethan Hinton. Back to a three-point ball game as Newcastle looks to make a stop so they can get another basket here on the offensive end. Welch playing defense on Myers. Myers swings it over. Or excuse me, that's Barron. Swings it over to Myers. Myers swings it back over to Pearson. Good defense by the Trojans. 3-point basket in the corner. Good. Every time I say that, I jinx it. There's only one time that didn't happen, so it's probably going to be me. Stop saying that. 23 or 26 all. Newcastle and Connersville are tied here with around 4 minutes left to go in the third quarter. There's only so much holding you can do as Braxton Myers was literally holding Gavin Welch and preventing him from even getting the ball. Gavin. Jumper for Gavin, no good. Can't get that one to go. Ooh, nice steal. Nice steal by Gavin Welch. Colin Taylor for three. Bang! 3-point basket for Colin Taylor. Josh trying to get something to go. Does though. Those are grown man moves right there, Josh Williams. Still single-handedly keeping the Spartans in this game. It's been a collective effort for the most part for the Trojans as, basically it's just been two people. Ethan Hinton and Gavin Welch, but they've been taking most of the shots. So, if you're going to shoot it, you got to make it. Welch is going to get fouled going baseline. Finally gets it in. There's going to be a foul being called on, is it going to be on 24? It's going to be on Josh Williams. That's going to be his third. So the key thing for Newcastle, while they're trying to get their offense going, try to key point and see where Josh is at. If you can get him his fourth, it's almost nobody else is doing anything pretty much for Connersville. It's just been Josh Williams. So if you could somehow keep him on the bench, that's going to help, obviously, the Trojans. Taylor swings over to Hinton. Hinton pump fakes. Swings it back over to Colin. Colin over to Gavin. Gavin right back to Taylor. Oh, gets it deflected. That ball gets deflected. That's why we have three refs. One ref, one waits. The other one saw something. And it's going to stay possession it's going to stay in the hands of your Trojans. Three-pointer for Ethan Hinton. Can't get that one to go. Lewis, nice. I don't know what kind of shot that was. Offensive rebound goes to Ethan Hinton and Coach Daniel Cox. High IQ decision here, calling a timeout with looking like Ethan Hinton looks like he was in distress down on the baseline. Once again, this gives us a perfect time to thank our sponsors for tonight. Thank you to Boar's Head, Premier Deli Meat and Cheeses. Boar's Head, compromise elsewhere. Thank you to them for sponsoring us tonight. Also, thank you to the Alumni Tournament, a 64-team single elimination tournament in the state of Ohio, Indiana, Kentucky, Tennessee, and Florida for $100,000. It's based off of the school that you went to in high school. So say for instance, you have a student or somebody, an alumni or Newcastle gets a team and somebody wants to be on it and they want to be in that team. You're going to have went to Newcastle to play on that team. So It's an alumni tournament for a reason. It's based off the high school that you went to. It's for $100,000. It's winner take all. It's going to be next August in Dayton, Ohio for the final for the Ohio region. We're looking at Indiana, Kentucky, Tennessee, and Florida for future years. Couldn't keep the handle as Lewis as they get called for traveling. Taylor being guarded, or Taylor guarding Williams. Offensive foul being called on. Foul's going to be called on Lucas Bear, and that's going to be his second personal foul of the evening, as possession's going to go towards the Trojans off the offensive foul. Ooh, nice little back cut by Ethan Hinton on the backside. Butler down to Lewis. That's good defense by the Spartans. One defensive stop needed here for the Trojans to go into the fourth quarter up. Williams gets the ball, swings it back out. Anybody but him at this point. Nobody else is really doing much except for him. He's going the one that's facilitating everything. Pearson over to Myers. Myers back over to Pearson. Trying to play keep away. Barron gets the ball. No good, and that's it. Good defense by your Trojans, as that's the end of the third quarter. We'll be right back here on NNSN right after a message from Expressive.
Growing up, I kind of felt like it was a lot that I held in and couldn't express, so that's kind of where it generated from. But, you know, now it's connected to the youth in so many different ways. Being a product of the city and having that competitive spirit, but sometimes it being overshadowed with envy and hate. And I want to be the one to break that cycle so that the light can shine on everybody. Seeing people rock with Expressive, it definitely, it makes me feel like I'm making a difference, especially those of us in the Black community. We all got this competitive spirit. Seeing them represented, I mean, it's always a great feeling, and it's also
Boatwright into the game. That's going to be a foul on Boatwright. As there's not many free throws that have been. Williams shooting too, averaging 13.9 points per game as he makes that one. 5.4 rebounds per game as he ties it up. And they take the lead. (30-29), Newcastle trails here early on in the fourth quarter. Taylor thought he got something, didn't like what he saw, picked up his dribble, and swings it over to Boatwright. Boatwright swings it right back over to Taylor. Hinton loses it out of bounds, slips and falls. That's unfortunate. (30-29) here. Connersville with the lead and the possession. Three-pointer in the corner, no good. Or not necessarily all the way in the corner, but defensive rebound by Gavin Welch. Boatwright. Got to shoot that one if you like that one. Swings it over to Hinton. Landon Thompson. Gavin Welch. Thompson, basket's good. Landon Thompson picks up the breadcrumbs and gives the lead right back to the Trojans, 31-30. I feel like that's a travel. I'm not really sure. And that's going to be a timeout called by Coach Brown in Connersville. Take a look at the HHC standings. New Palestine on top, 11-0, haven't lost a game yet this season. Newcastle ran into them. They're an okay team. They're not anything to really write home about. They're an okay team. They're very grounded in their plays and very disciplined. But other than that, it's Newcastle could have beaten them. It's just little things here and there that didn't go our way, which adds up to the loss. So, although they are 11-0, it's not like they're not beatable. So, that's a added benefit, or should say like a key thing for Newcastle to look for other teams playing them. .6:20 left to go in the game. Williams bringing the ball up the floor, gives it up to Pearson. Pearson back over to Josh Williams. Boatwright's going to get called with a foul. It's going to be his second one. Oh, nice pass. Can't get the layup to go, though. Nice. We'll take everything that we can get, and he steals the ball. Can't get that one to go, and it's a foul. Oh, man. And that's going to be Quinton's third foul. Both teams have 4 team fouls. Oh, now they're slipped through and gets that one to go. After all that, they get 2 points and regain the lead, 32-31. That's a foul, like all day foul. And Coach Daniel Cox is going to call a timeout to give the refs like 30 seconds to think about why and how they didn't call that foul. If you're Newcastle right now, 5:23 left to play in this game. It comes down to stops. It comes down to key stops. They had one down here in the corner, then gave it right back up. So they got to get some more key stops, and I feel like they need to get to the basket. I feel like now's the time to get to the basket. They're a three-point shooting team. Yes, they can shoot the three, but I feel like if they can get to the basket, they haven't been to the line pretty much at all this game. Neither team has, really, to be honest. As it's 8:38 in the afternoon and there's 5 minutes left to go in the game. Three-pointer, Welch for three, no good. He's been off a little bit on his past three jump shots, so we'll see what that entails, but it only takes one of them to feel it again, so misses that one. Defensive rebound goes to the Spartans, and here they are trying to score again on offense. Nice steal by Ethan. Thought better about going to the hole on it. That's not a charge. My goodness. Oh wow. Okay. So remember that one, mark that one down at on the 4:30 mark. Three-pointer in the corner for Pearson, no good. Defensive rebound goes to Hinton. Hinton, ooh, nice hold of the basket. That's a foul again and no call being made. Wow, my goodness. And then there's a foul down here. This is absolutely getting out of hand. Wow. Okay. Back into the game, Lewis. Pearson. Back over to Myers. Can't get that one to go. Good defense. Good strip, basically, by Lewis. And Ethan Hinton gets the defensive rebound. Stolen. Basket's good. 34-31. Butler. To Gavin. Three-pointer in the corner. Bang! Colin Taylor for three. Tie game, 34-34 apiece. Newcastle in another dogfight, just like being in one last night. Let's see if they can prevail in this one. 2-point basket for for Braxton Myers. Gives the lead right back to Connersville. Stolen. Basket's good, 2-point basket. Timeout called by Connersville. (38-34). As just like that, Newcastle's down by 4. If you're Newcastle right now, desperately need a basket. Obviously, it doesn't have to be a 3. Just got to get a basket, and then got to get a stop. It's doable. Just got to execute. Three-pointer, bang, three-pointer needed. Got that one to go. Timeout, Newcastle. Gavin Welch coming up clutch here. Hits a crucial three-pointer from deep. (38-37), 1:42 left to go in the game. Williams. That's a foul. Foul's going to be on Gavin Welch as Williams is going to go to the line to shoot 1-on-1. Misses it. Offensive rebound goes right back to them, to the Spartans, however. Basket's good. Got to get that defensive rebound. 40-37. Gavin for three. No good. Three-pointer. Taylor for three. Bang! Basket's good, though. The basket counts. It's just an offensive foul. Basket's going to count. Just going to be an offensive foul. It's going to be a 1-and-1, however, on this end. Foul's going to be on number 3, Tyson Lewis. Missed it. 1 minute left to go. Just like yesterday, here we go. If you're Newcastle, I would just wait. I would literally wait. Timeout, Coach Cox. If you're Newcastle in this situation, what I would do is try to hold on to the ball to the last second. It's either we're shooting it or we're going to overtime. Don't leave them any additional time to come down the court and to throw something or do something to take the lead or to potentially get a buzzer beater. You get the buzzer beater. But they're playing hard defense on them, so who knows? If you can get a clean look to the basket, 100%, like go for it. But don't throw anything up please no turnovers. Please no turnovers. Gavin Welch going to take the ball out of bounds. And now Connersville is going to take the time to call a timeout on their end. .30 seconds left. .15 seconds left. And he called for traveling. Goodness gracious. No turnovers. And All right, we've got to play defense now. Hopefully we go into overtime. .4 left to go in the game before hopefully we go into overtime. No good. We're going to overtime. For the second night in a row, we're going to overtime. Newcastle gets possession, all-important possession to start off the overtime. That's just the fifth team foul on Connersville, so they still have two more before they reach the 1-on-1. Hinton over to Taylor. Taylor, ooh, nice. Gets it, ooh, foul. Take that all day. Definitely take that all day. Colin Taylor going to the line, shooting. Averaging about 12.2 points per game, shooting 53% from the field. Makes the second. Basket's good. Oh, can't give that up. Again, another turnover. They These turnovers are killing Newcastle in crucial moments. Good defense by Tyson Lewis as Williams gets the ball back. Basket's good. 44-41. Three-pointer, Gavin. Defensive rebound goes to Barron. Oh, wow, again. Gavin Welch going coast to coast, getting the basket to go. 46-43.
Team foul number 9. James Williams at the line shooting.
Williams at the line shooting a 1-on-1 for the Spartans. And can't get that one to go. It's going to stay with the Spartans, though. My goodness. It's going to stay with the Spartans. Got to play defense one more time if you're Newcastle. Can't leave them open. That's the 5th time today. How? Oh, my goodness. 48-43. Three-pointer for Taylor. No good. And that's yep. That's like the 4th time today, that backside screen. You can just watch it slowly manifest itself into a basket, and it's just it's just unfortunate. Both of these games yesterday and today had them wrapped up. Had both of these games wrapped up. You're down to the last second shot. Had free throws yesterday, had the last second shot today. It's the little things. But like I stated earlier in this game, these games are just to get seeding into this tournament. You want to get a good seeding, no doubt. But once you get in there, you got to do something. These games won't help you. Three-pointer for Gavin Welch. The basket's good. And he's wide open. For the life of me, I don't understand. Welch. Three-pointer, gets it blocked. Williams is going to go to line to shoot 2 for the Spartans. Misses the first. Makes the second. Connersville going to call a timeout here. 30-second timeout. If you're Newcastle right now, I mean, it's looking very dire. It's 39.8 seconds left to go in this game. It's looking very dire, but anything is possible. All these games are winnable. These teams are beatable. So you're gonna, still a shot in the chance in this game. So it's not over yet, but gotta get a 3, or I would say, yeah, we need a 3. I would say at this point, yeah, we need a 3. There's 39.8 seconds left to go. Need a 3-pointer. Got to come down, either get a quick steal, jump ball. They have possession, so jump ball is not necessarily going to help us. But it starts off with getting a basket right here, right now, and it's got to be quickly. It's just got to be quicker than this. 3-pointer for Gavin. No good. That's probably gonna do it. Lewis. Pearson's gonna go to the line to shoot 2. A 4-point game. You're gonna need him. Probably he's got to miss at least one of them. He misses at least one of them, somehow still have a chance. But the 3-pointer's got to come rapidly down the court. And he makes the first, banking on him to miss the second. And he does miss the second. Here comes Gavin. Got to hit a 3-pointer. Got to be quick, like right now. 3-pointer, no good, and that's going to do it. So Newcastle is going to fall to 7-6 on the season, and Connersville is going to improve to 8-3 on the season. Misses the first. Makes the second. Three-point basket, no good. Final score here from the Spartan Bowl in Connersville, Indiana. Your Trojans fall to the Spartans 53-48 in overtime. It was a gallant effort by your Spartans, as I feel like they had this game in hand, and even down to the last couple of seconds. But in a traveling cold, you didn't even get a chance to finish it off. And then it goes into overtime, and that's all. And Williams basically took over in overtime. He had a couple of nice offensive assists to his teammates, and that solidified the game for James Williams. Basically had a couple of key buckets down low to end the game for the Trojans. So tonight's game was at the end of the day, I don't even know how to assess it. At the end of the day, it was a chance to win the game. Didn't get it done. There's more games to be played, but going against a rival like Connersville, it's a win that you desperately want and a win that you kind of really desperately kind of need. Coming off of a tough loss last night to Richmond, they end tonight on another tough loss. And it comes at the hands of their rival Connersville. For the next game, it's going to be right here on the NM Sports Network. We're going to have the girls, and I think the girls are going to be at 6 o'clock. Varsity girls are going to be at 6 o'clock against Greenfield Central, and then the boys will follow them at 7:30 at the largest field house in the world, Newcastle Fieldhouse. So join us again on Friday. We will do a pregame probably about 5:40-ish. 5:30, 5:40, we'll do a pregame for the girls varsity, and then right after that, we'll basically roll right into the men's game. So it's going to be a doubleheader on Friday. So if you can't make it out to the largest field house in the world, please make sure to check out NM Sports Network. Please make sure to check out the NM Sports Network. You can go to mynmsports.com/network. I am Alex Patton. Thank you very, very much for watching tonight's game. Brought to you by 1A Boar's Head with Premier Deli Meat and Cheeses. Boar's Head, compromise elsewhere. And also thank you to the TAT. The TAT is 64-team single elimination tournament for $100,000 in the states of Indiana, Ohio, Tennessee, Kentucky, and Florida. Once again, my name is Alex Patton, owner of NM Sports and NM Sports Network. It's been a pleasure bringing this broadcast and this live stream here tonight. Unfortunately, Newcastle falls to Connersville 53-48. The next game will be right here on the NM Sports Network on Friday night. First leading off the girls at 6 p.m., followed by the guys at 7:30. From the Spartan Bowl, Alex Patton from NM Sports signing out.